In this video, I'll show you how to put together all the bits and pieces you've learned up until now. The game that I'll be building will work as follows. As a player in the game, you'll be given a task to guess a word that the computer is thinking about. If you guess the word correctly, you win the game. If you fail to guess the word correctly, you lose the game. Let me now paste in the code of the game as follows. Okay, so let me first give this code to JS so that it can process it, and then I'll explain to you how it works. So the first time this code is ran, I get a pop-up window asking me, "What's the magic word?" question. I type the word thanks right here into the input and click the OK button, and I get the words "Congratulations, you won" output in the console, and the game is finished. Let me do this once again. I'll press the up arrow key to get to the previous code that was given to JS for processing, and I'll press the enter key to do it again. This time, I'll type the words "not sure" into the input field and press the OK button. And as a result, the words "I'm sorry, you lost" appear in the console. That's what the code looks like and what it does. Now let me explain to you why it works the way it works. I have this prompt, then the left parenthesis, then a string of "what's the magic word," then a right parenthesis. This piece of code is what causes the pop-up to appear. When you type that word into the pop-up's input, that word is assigned to the player answer variable in the form of the string data type, with the value of whatever the user has typed into the input. To confirm this, let me update my little game as follows. So now I'm console logging the value that gets assigned to the player answer variable and the data type of the value that's stored inside this player answer variable. When I send this code to JS, it is more formally referred to as letting JavaScript run this code or execute this code. You can use either phrase, they both describe the same thing. So let me have JavaScript execute this updated code. Now I'll type the number 1 into the prompt. It's definitely a number, since I'm not using double quotes around it. And since 1 is not the answer that my game is expecting for me to win, it doesn't run the code in the first if statement. Instead, it reaches the second if statement, where I have another comparison. I'm checking if the player answer variable's value is not the string of thanks, which it's not. And since it is true that the value of player answer is something other than the string of thanks, actually it's a string of 1, the condition here returns the boolean true, and the code after the condition here is executed, resulting in the words "I'm sorry, you lost" being logged to the console. So that's it. You've built your first game in JavaScript. Before I conclude this video, let's quickly recap what I've covered here. So, I've introduced you to using the prompt to get user input. I've also shown you how to save this result of user feedback inside a variable and how to then check if that variable's value matches a specific value you've set. Finally, I've shown to you how to check if a variable's value does not match a specific value you've set. Although this game is short and quite simple, it should make you proud, since it shows that you've actually learned perhaps more than you've expected in the last few videos. I'm saying this because I've tried to make the learning curve as flat as possible here, and hopefully you've enjoyed the progress. Still, even though the videos so far were supposed to be very easy to comprehend, you still managed to code a game in the browser's console. You should be proud of what you've achieved. In the next video, I'll wrap up this first section of this bootcamp by touching on all the concepts you've learned so far,